This is Mike Steingraber with your weekly market update for Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody out there. Be safe this weekend. So first off, we're going to start here with corn. Looks like old crop corn, July futures closed at $4.59.5, down 3.5 cents for the day. A little bit of a pullback there on corn today. Had a decent week of gains, so she came back a little bit. New crop closed negative yesterday, down today again, closed at 4.50 3/4. Overall, they're going to have a corn condition report next week. They're expecting to be about 75% good to excellent, so maybe part of the reason pulling back a little bit on corn. A lot of things they're doing with the weather here. That's kind of what's moving some stuff. Exports, I know ethanol was up a little bit this week, so that helped the market come back a little bit. End with a little pullback. My opinion, sometimes you get to the weekend of holidays and it seems like there's typically a pullback on Fridays. So, wait to see what happens on Tuesday when the markets open back up. Soybeans, old crop beans closed at 10.60 1/4. That's down 7 1/4 cents for the day. Again, we had some pretty good gains on beans this week, kind of started to make a little bit of a recovery from the loss we had 2 weeks ago. A lot of it, again, was due to weather issues, mostly in South America. They're actually projecting there's going to be a bunch of losses due to some flooding and heavy rains and everything they had down there. Somewhere around 1 to 2 million metric tons of loss down there. So helped bring the market up this week. Again, the pullback today, I think, was mostly just due to being holiday weekend trade. See how that all plays out come Tuesday. And new crop beans closed at 10.50 1/2. It's down 4 3/4 cents for the day. Again, we saw decent gains in beans through the week. Small pullback here. It's somewhat to be expected, especially coming into a holiday weekend. Wheat made a little bit of a comeback as well, like everything else did somewhat. Closed at 5.42 1/2. That's cash in new crop wheat right there. They're kind of expecting to have decent Russian wheat exports. It's not really helping the market too much with that being a big competitor, and wheat's just it's a tough market right now, especially. So with all that being said, I guess the weather, what they're predicting right now, Corn Belt, they're expecting to stay pretty cool over the next week or so. Large system's going to move across central U.S. next week, producing some storms and mid-central plains. Limited precipitation in the central Corn Belt area there. So cool weather, obviously. We've had it here too. A little bit of rain that we kind of needed earlier this week, and some warmer weather would be nice, obviously, but it looks like everybody's kind of having that same issue, and we might be getting into a bit of a dry spell here, judging by the forecast. So things to keep an eye on with that. Could potentially boost the markets back up with some of that stuff coming through. So yeah, all in all, we had a decent week for the markets in general. I'm optimistic next week we might see a little bit more gains back come Tuesday. It seems like a lot of news can happen over holiday weekend that can really affect the markets come Tuesday when it opens back up. So just keep an eye out there. I encourage everybody to put some offers out. You can use our portal. You can call us. We can put offers in for you that'll trigger cash prices for old crop, new crop, whatever, and have them working out there for you. So in case we do see a big jump in the overnight trade or something, it snaps and hits it for you. If you use our app, you'll get a notification that it hit. We'll put the contract in or sell it out of storage or whatever it may be. Really, really handy tool to use. For those of you that aren't utilizing it, I really encourage it. And you don't have to do a minimum amount of anything. You can do 500 bushels, you can do 1,000 bushels, you can do 5,000 bushels. Just really handy tool for anybody marketing, because you ain't sitting staring at the screen all the time. So it's a good idea to put something out there with a number you got in mind. You hit it, do small amounts, work your way up. Really utilize it. So contact one of your merchandiser merchandising locations, and we can help you out with that. Thanks, and have a good week.